Were dinosaurs monsters? Now I know this is a very obvious question and I know that many of you already know the answer to it, but I figured I'd make a video about it just to be on the safe side. So no, dinosaurs were not monsters. Dinosaurs were simply just animals. Very different animals. They were very different from the animals that we have today, but they were still animals nonetheless. I think it's very easy for a lot of us to kind of conflate dinosaurs to monster status because of how different they are today. Like there's really not anything that is quite like a Tyrannosaurus or a Spinosaurus or an Edmontosaurus even. In a lot of ways, they were essentially the real life kaijus. So, with all of that in mind, it is easy to kind of like place them as these animals that walked around and did nothing but roar and then fight each other. But one thing that I always like to think about is that if you had a time machine and you decided to go back to witness these dinosaurs in their real, like actual life, things would probably be a little bit different. In fact, things might be a little bit boring, so to speak. Let's say you decide to go back to the Hell Creek Formation to witness Tyrannosaurus in its environment. While you're traveling back, you have these awesome images of Tyrannosaurus in a bloody fight against Triceratops with T-Rex standing as the victor above it. But then you actually get to the Hell Creek Formation and you finally find a T-Rex and it's sleeping because it's tired. Because while yes, T-Rex would have to hunt and there would be a lot of confrontations like that, most of the time T-Rex would probably not be doing things like that. I mean, if you look at modern day predatory animals, they spend a lot of time resting, getting ready for their next hunt. T-Rex probably was the same way. So there's probably a lot of dead space in between its exciting moments. Or you decide to go back to see Spinosaurus, this amazing dinosaur that shows up in so many awesome edits, and you finally see it and it's just staring at the water because it's waiting for fish to swim by. Most of what these dinosaurs did was probably pretty mundane, and it probably wouldn't be as exciting as some documentaries like Jurassic Fight Club, where of course all you see is the dinosaur fights. They obviously did fight. Don't think that I'm saying that they never fought. For some reason, people always think that I'm saying that when I make videos like this. Of course, they fought. Animals fight. I know that. But it wasn't an all-the-time thing, because injury is not something that you want to happen to you. That can affect your way of life. That can affect your ability to even be alive, especially for larger carnivorous animals. So fighting was probably relatively rare, and if you had a time machine and went back to see these animals, there's a chance that you might not even see a fight at all. But of course, animals can still be dangerous. I don't want to come across a rhino in the wild. I don't want to come across a moose in the wild. Wild animals are wild animals, and wild animals can and will be dangerous. The same thing applies to dinosaurs. If dinosaurs, like non-avian dinosaurs, were still alive today, I wouldn't want to come across a Triceratops. But that doesn't automatically make them monsters. That just means that there's something that would have to be respected, much like how we have to respect the animals that we have today.